So you're stuck at home, but you're not alone. What can you do? We know a thing or two. You can tidy your room or clean with a broom. How about read a book or help mom and dad cook? You're in quarantine with Sean Silverstein. Fun never ends. Come join Uncle Ricky and friends.
Yeah! Welcome back, guys, to Uncle Ricky and Friends. As you can see, we've got ourselves a fancy new sign, and I think you probably noticed the opening of our video is a little different today. Thanks to my nephew Max, who suggested that our channel needed a theme song and an introduction. And as well, thank you to Auntie Rachel for doing a wonderful job with the recording of our theme song. And again, we spare no budget here at Uncle Ricky and Friends, so you can see it's all top quality stuff. I'm sure you guys are all working really hard on yesterday's poem. I've already received one, so thank you very much to our little friend Reese. She did a wonderful job, and we're going to post that video later on today. Hopefully we get a couple more videos and we'll post them together, so we put them into a group and we have a few videos all within one. The other thing I've been told about some of these channels is that there's sponsors. So we've been able to wrestle up our own sponsor here at Uncle Ricky and Friends. And today's sponsor, I'm happy to say, are bananas. So bananas, they're yellow, they're fun to peel. They are healthy and nutritious with any breakfast. Bananas. So hopefully, guys, as well, you guys are going to send in some more of your requests. I have a poem we're going to do now. I didn't get any requests yet. So hopefully you're going through your books, Where the Sidewalk Ends and A Light in the Attic by Sean Silverstein, and you're selecting poems that you would like us to read here going forward. So keep an eye out for a poem you want. Send it to us, and we'd be happy to read it. So today's poem, I think, is fitting since you guys are going to be at home for a little while. It's an opportunity, you know, there's things you could probably do and help mom and dad out. So today's poem is from Where the Sidewalk Ends, and it is called Cynthia Sylvia Stout Would Not Take the Garbage Out. That is on page 70 and 71. We'll put the full title in the description for our video today, so anyone who doesn't have the book, you can go Google that title now, hit pause, Google the title now, you can get a copy of it. If you do have Where the Sidewalk Ends, hit pause, go run, grab the book, come back, and then we'll start the poem. So, without further ado, here we go. Cynthia Sylvia Stout Would Not Take the Garbage Out. So, Cynthia Sylvia Stout Would Not Take the Garbage Out. Cynthia Sylvia Stout would not take the garbage out. She'd scour the pots and scrape the pans, candy the yams, and spice the hams. And though her daddy would scream and shout, she simply would not take the garbage out. And so it piled up to the ceilings coffee grounds, potato peelings, brown bananas, rotten peas, chunks of sour cottage cheese. It filled the can, it covered the floor, it cracked the window and blocked the door, with bacon rinds and chicken bones, drippy ends of ice cream cones, prune pits, peach pits, orange peel, gloppy glumps of cold oatmeal, pizza crusts and withered greens, soggy beans and tangerines, crusts of blackburn buttered toast, gristly bits of beefy roasts. The garbage rolled on down the hall. It raised the roof. It broke the wall. Greasy napkins, cookie crumbs, globs of gooey bubble gum, cellophane from green bologna, rubbery blueberry macaroni, peanut butter, caked and dry, curdled milk and crusts of pie, moldy melons, dried up mustard, eggshells mixed with lemon custard, cold French fries and rancid meat, yellow lumps of cream of wheat. At last the garbage reached so high that it finally touched the sky. And all the neighbors moved away, and none of her friends would come to play. And finally Cynthia Stout said, "Okay, I'll take the garbage out." But then, of course, it was too late. The garbage reached across the state, from New York to the Golden Gate. And there, in the garbage she did hate, poor Sarah met an awful fate that I cannot right now relate, because the hour is much too late. But children, remember Sarah Stout, and always take the garbage out. So that's a little lesson for us that you guys are all at home, so maybe there's a few things we can do to help mom and dad around the house. Taking the garbage out might be one of them. And if you remember our theme song, there were some things as well we were talking about you could be doing at home right now. And so one of the things, if you have time, and I know you have time, instead of maybe redoing this poem because it's really long, maybe come up with a list of some of the things you could be doing around the house. Come up with a list, and if you remember from our theme song, some of our themes rhymed. We had book and cook, and we had room and broom. See if you can come up with a list of some things you guys can do while you're at home, and try to come up with some rhymes. Come up with some words that'll rhyme together. And then if you want, you could send a video of those to us, and we can post that. And as well, the other thing, if you do that and it's really easy, it's really quick, maybe try to write a theme song for us too. Or maybe add some words or some things that you think we might be able to make our theme song a little bit better. So that might be a fun little project too. And if you play a musical instrument, which I know some of you do, you might be able to write a little bit of music to it. So a couple fun little projects for you. And for our little ones out there, I've got one little project right now, and all the big brothers and sisters, please don't tell them the answer. So we're going to test our little ones out there, see how good their counting skills are. So as I mentioned, our wonderful sponsor, bananas. I'm going to hold up my bananas, and I just want our little ones out there to see if they can count how many bananas I have. So these are my bananas. Nobody give them any hints. How many bananas do we have? And hold up one more time. There we go. And one other thing, a real easy one for you. What color is my shirt? That's just for the little ones. What color is my shirt? You can tell mommy and daddy right now what color Uncle Ricky's shirt is. Okay? So, remember guys, if you want, please send us some requests for some poems in the future and get those videos if you have one from yesterday. And they don't have to be perfect. You don't have to keep doing take after take. They're going to be fun. So send them our way and we'll be happy to put them on. And we'll have a good laugh sharing them, and we'll enjoy it. So stay safe, wash your hands, social distance, all those wonderful things. Help out around the house. Virtual elbow rub. And we'll see you in a couple days. So, thanks guys.